Covering news where you live, this is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. A court appearance for the woman accused in the kidnapping and murder of a pregnant mother in Benton County has now been pushed back. Amber Waterman was set to appear in Benton County Court Monday, but federal authorities would not allow her to appear even via video conference. She's charged in the kidnapping and murders of Ashley Bush and her unborn baby, Valkyrie Grace Willis. Benton County is filing the charges, they say, because investigators believe the crimes actually began in Arkansas. Waterman is jailed in Missouri right now on federal charges. That's where investigators believed the crimes happened. According to investigators, Waterman kidnapped Ashley Bush from Benton County when she was pregnant with the baby. She allegedly used a Facebook account with a potential job offer to lure Bush, then murdered her and the unborn child. Waterman is from southwest Missouri and is being held in Springfield. She's also charged in federal court with kidnapping and those deaths. Her husband, Jamie Waterman, is charged as an accessory. Meanwhile, people came together over the weekend to remember her and her baby. Dozens came together Saturday for a memorial ride supporting the family, going 60 miles from Farmington to Maysville, where Ashley lived. The ride was hosted by the nonprofit Border Riders with donations from companies like Walmart and Pig Trail Harley-Davidson. The group plans to make the benefit ride an annual event to help support the family for a lifetime. All right, before we get to other top news where you live, let's get a check of the weather with meteorologist Zach Scott. And Zach, we're off to a pretty cold morning so far.
Yeah, chilly morning here. We've got temperatures on your Tuesday starting out 20s, 30s. We're looking for those to top out in the upper 50s, low 60s. All in all, a really nice Tuesday for late November standards. This is right where we're supposed to be. Very seasonal, again, with these upper 50s, low 60s, sunshine, light winds. You really can't beat that forecast. You definitely can't beat this forecast the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Big travel day today, big travel day tomorrow. The weather today, if you're hitting the roads, looks great. The only travel headache that I would warn you about would be the Pacific Northwest. So if you're flying to Seattle, you're flying to Portland, Oregon, then yeah, expect to run into a storm system up there that would slow you down. You can find some clouds and a few spotty showers along the Gulf Coast, but outside of that, it's all sunshine from Denver all the way back to the Ohio River Valley with temperatures in the 50s and 60s for a big part of the country here today. Again, we do get some changes on the way though. Moisture increases. Next storm system starts to move in. We'll have the chance for a late day shower Wednesday, mainly heading into Wednesday late afternoon and evening, and then rain chances really ramp up for us. Widespread rain anticipated overnight into Thursday morning, and then we'll carry on with more rain chances into the weekend. We'll continue to track out this important forecast for you over the next several days. Joe?
All right, thanks so much, Zach. Well, prices are falling at the pump. That is great news, and it's just in time for this Thanksgiving travel rush that Zach mentioned. Now, if you plan to travel this week, Gas Buddy expects prices to get even lower. It's even better news. Now, in the last week, the average price for a gallon of gas has actually fallen about 10 cents. The average price in Arkansas sitting at $3.10. Now, Gas Buddy says the lowest gas in our area can actually be found in Fort Smith. To save money on gas while you travel, apps like Gas Buddy and Google can tell you where to find those cheapest places to fill up. But some people are choosing to stay home, though, because economic issues, they say, still make the current gas prices a bit too expensive.
The Gas Buddy travel survey for Thanksgiving found 38% of Americans were going to hit the road. That's up from 32% last year, but it's also still a big decline from 2019 when gas prices were low and pre-COVID, when almost 2/3 of Americans said that they were going to be hitting the road.
Now, some things you can do to save on gas: slow down a couple of miles per hour and remove any excess weight from your car. Well, sharing things on social media is as simple as a few clicks, but sometimes danger actually lurks behind an innocent-looking post. 5 News reporter Ian Taylor shows us while local law enforcement is actually sounding the alarm and what you should watch out for.
Features like Facebook Marketplace are convenient tools to find items you might need or are interested in at a low cost and nearby. But they have also become outlets for hackers and scammers to chip away at cybersecurity, oftentimes leaving victims wondering what happened.
No crime is victimless.
Captain Philip Peavyhouse with the Sebastian County Sheriff's Office says these types of scams aren't uncommon. The Sheriff's Office is issuing a warning on Facebook, highlighting a new trend: scammers creating innocent-looking posts on Marketplace, then going back to add phishing links once they've been shared.
You need to make sure that you're very careful. What are you sharing? What are you willing to share? And in the process, answer the same question, what are you willing to lose because you shared?
One way of luring people into sharing a post about a missing pet, missing person, or a deal that's too good to be true
if I don't act right now, it's going to be too late.
is by creating a sense of urgency.
Online, though, is not the place to act urgently. It's the place to act vigilantly online, and you need to take care of yourself, and you need to be very cautious.
According to the FBI's annual report from 2021, Arkansans fell victim to scam-related crimes, resulting in more than $15 million in losses. So how do you know what you see and share isn't malicious? Authorities encourage you to check for misspellings, report any post you think is suspicious to the social media platform you are using, search for the original post or photo. Never click a link directly and hover over any link to see where it's attempting to send you. Those behind these phishing attacks and scams look to gain access to banking and credit card information. Sometimes you won't know you are a victim until it's too late. But if you are a victim, there are still ways to get help.
The best thing and most proactive thing you can do is immediately contact your financial institution. The second thing they're going to tell you is you need to contact your local law enforcement agency.
In Fort Smith, covering news where you live, Ian Taylor, 5 News.
Well, the FBI and Sebastian County both say a large number of these crimes aren't reported. By reporting what happens, it can actually help you and even help track down those responsible. Well, Thanksgiving, it's almost here, just 2 days away. And the biggest thing people forget to do is actually thaw out that turkey. Well, right now is the time. If you're making a turkey for Thanksgiving, the USDA is recommending 3 safe ways to thaw it out. You see them right here. The first and highly recommended way, put the turkey in your refrigerator for 1 to 2 days before. On average, you should give 24 hours for every 4 to 5 pounds of turkey. The second way, thawing with cold water and changing that water out every 30 minutes. Now, the third way, thawing your turkey in the microwave. Use the defrost feature and allow at least 6 minutes per pound. Now, the USDA claims it is still safe to cook a frozen turkey, but of course, they say the cooking time will be much longer. So remember, thaw that turkey out, refrigerate cold water or microwave, and don't forget, if the turkey is at 165 degrees in the innermost part of the thigh, wing, and breast, then it's ready to eat. And after finishing eating, there are ways to properly store those leftovers. Put those leftovers in the refrigerator within 2 hours of cooking. They say to prevent food poisoning for meats like turkey, roast, or ham. Cut it into small pieces so it can cool faster. And your leftovers should last 3 to 4 days, but you could freeze them if you want it to last a bit longer. And when you reheat those leftovers, make sure they're at least 165 degrees before eating. Well, one local community preparing to start a new holiday tradition this year, a special tree lighting in Rogers on Saturday at Founders Plaza. Take a look. They're going to light up a 57-foot Norwegian spruce tree with a special holiday theme. The event's also happening every weekend through December. The 57-foot tree comes from Benton County, and organizers say all the proceeds from this event will go toward helping the nonprofit Saving Grace, which helps young women transition out of foster care.
This event is going to provide more homes, so more girls will be helped, and then this event will also bring those girls out to experience community.
Now, this will actually get underway this Saturday night at 5:30 at Founders Plaza. The lighting, though, is set for 6:30. Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Make sure to catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more. Have a great Tuesday.